Hello, everyone. That's ironically timed music. I feel like because I feel like isn't this Viridian Forest? Yeah, I'm literally that is so weird timing. Anyway, hello viewers. Hopefully you're all having a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are in the world. Be sure you do smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. We'd love to get to know you, get to talk to you, all that great stuff. But today we are finally back doing our shiny hunting and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. It's been a hot minute since the last time we've done one of these shiny hunts, and sadly my Switch wasn't charging last time. Someone unplugged it. So it looks like I don't have a chain anymore, but it's all good. We will work from what we have. I can make things work. The only problem is I did not think to bring up the gameplay for myself, so you guys see the gameplay, but I do not. I mean, I do, but it's really, really tiny. There we go. Yeah, today we will continue our hopes to get a shiny Pokemon in this lovely forest. I don't know which one we're going to chain. I mean, I guess it doesn't really hardcore matter, but it looks like Pikachu showed up first. So I think we will go for Pikachu. And we're officially on the board. But this is the first time in a long time we've done a double stream day. We just finished streaming our Pokemon Y Metronome Lock. If you guys have not watched that series, definitely go check it out. It is very chaotic and stress-inducing because it's all just luck-based. And today's episode was very much, not to spoil too much, bad luck. Are you doing a series making your day to current day games such as Violet? I'm not sure exactly 100% what you're asking there, but my thing is I'm playing through each and every single Pokemon game to get through to what will be Legend ZA. Eventually, yes, I will reach like Scarlet and Violet, but I'm trying to go as best I can in game order. But obviously, there are some exceptions to the rule. Like I've technically skipped Black and White because I'm doing that with someone else eventually down the road. So I kind of skipped some games here and there, but ultimately, yeah, I'm trying to go in order as best I can to reach the end of my Pokemon journey. I did put in the description like all the games we have played or haven't played, and I'm currently finally figured out how to do 3DS games, which was my biggest hurdle to figure out. But I am playing through those now. Completed Oras, completing Oras. It's technically Alpha, not Alpha. Yeah, Alpha Sapphire. I still need to complete. I think I'm like maybe tops 2 to 3 episodes away from beating that one. But yeah, eventually I will get to Scarlet and Violet. Every single series I'm doing will have some kind of twist to it. The first general playthrough I do of them will be a normal, just your generic, bland, Nuzlocke-ish maybe type, maybe just a generic playthrough, honestly, because some of them I've never played before. Like Gen 5 I've never played, Gen 8 and 9 I've never played. I mean, I've seen people play them, and I've, been exposed to them. Obviously, they've been out for years, but I've not personally played them, so I kind of want to play them normally first and then do your Nuzlocke variants to them. So, but every single game will have a Nuzlocke variant. And honestly, the Nuzlocke variants will probably be the ones streamed, whereas the normal ones will be the ones that, get posted as regular videos. Hello, Bulbasaur. Yeah, this has been in a very long ongoing series. I think we're going on almost 4+ years. And originally it was just called The Road to Shield. That was the original title. Um, and it only had, I think, extremely most 11 games at that time. And it was only playing the games I'd never played on in my Pokemon history. It was just like the 11 Pokemon games I never played. But then, yeah, I know I'm going for Bulbasaur as well, but either way, I need a chain of a Pokemon to get the shiny odds up. So I'm chaining Pikachu because he spawns more often. Bulbasaur is a 1% chance to spawn, whereas Pikachu's, I think, a 5% chance to spawn. And obviously, once we get a chain over, I think it's 11. And it's all on the right side of the screen here, what the chains do. Like a chain over 11 makes the odds what they say over there. The chain of 21 makes, so on and so forth. So as much as, yes, I could be, let's just catch Bulbasaurs instead. They just appear technically less often because they're rarer here. But then again, I'm going to be probably proven wrong. We're going to see like 3 Bulbasaurs in the next 5 seconds, and because there's literally one right there, and I'm seeing, and there's not a Pikachu on screen. But, I mean, technically I am early in the hunt where I could just be like, screw it, let's do the green guy. But technically Pikachu has given us 2 shinies, so it's kind of like goodish luck, in quotes. I could also be just running into Pokemon to despawn them, but that also, is a hurdle. I mean, if you guys really just feel like doing some Bulbasaur hunting, I could do Bulbasaur. Just be a more of a grind. But yeah, the original series this was a Road to Shield. That shows how old this was when Shield was about to come out. It was 11 games, and we got to game, I think, 4 or 5. And then life happened, we'll just say that. And then I upgraded it to Sword and Shield, and it became, I think, like 20 games. And then the DLC came out, and I was like, you know what? Let's play all the games I've never played on a stream. So even if I had played them in my lifetime, hello Bulbasaur, I still, if I hadn't streamed it, I wanted to stream it. So then, yeah, that's where it added so many games. Am I playing on PC or Switch? Okay, so I am playing on a Switch that is hooked into my PC. My PC has a USB port that hooks into a capture card that captures my Switch. I'm trying to look at the brand for you. But as long as you have a USB-C cable and an HDMI cord, yeah, it's called ASIS. It's ACASIS, Type-C Capture and Hub. That is how I capture my Switch onto my PC. But there is ways to play Switch games otherwise through just a PC alone if you don't own a Switch. Why you shouldn't really talk about that on live streams because it's a Nintendo no. There are things, like hypothetically, if there were just a thing out there, a thing out there that was called like Rejunix or Sudoku, I think is the other one. I don't know. It's the same people that make Citra. That might give you emulators for things like that, but that's just hypothetical. If that was my hypothetical thing, like, I mean, Google's your best friend, right? Yeah, so I have a Switch currently. I have the Switch OLED, but my SD card switch just broke on it about less than a couple months ago. Like less than 2 months ago, my SD card reader broke on it. So it only works on the games that are physically downloaded into the Switch itself. So yeah, I'm in the same boat where I'm just waiting on the Switch too. I'm not gonna, it's like $100 to repair the thing, and I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $100 to repair the thing. I could use that $100 to go for the Switch too when that it comes out, type deal. Yeah, there is easy ways to capture the Switch. There's, I mean, the super easy way where it's just, use your phone camera and set it up on a tripod. That's what I used to do 4 years ago. And then, yeah, I did some Amazon searching for Switch capture stuff, and found like 3 options. So there's ways via my dock I can do it, and then there's ways through the Switch itself. But this Asus one that I have has worked very well. Yeah, sadly, like a game, I'm trying to think of a game that's not in my physical downloads. What is going on with my Joy-Con today? What's the one I don't have physically downloaded? I'm looking over here at my games. Mario 3D World. There you go. If I wanted to play Mario 3D World for my Switch, because it's not physically downloaded, it won't let me because it's saying I need an SD card for the space, for the storage. Even though I played the game and it has the save data, blah, 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 it's in my cloud, obviously, through my Nintendo account. It's still like, oh, I can't do that because there's not space on the Switch to fit it anymore. So it kind of stinks that certain games I just can no longer touch until I get a new Switch. Which right now looks like at the ultra earliest won't be until like April, if we go by the next, direct. I'm honestly don't thinking it's releasing in April. I would see it maybe in potentially June area, but it could be. Sometimes they have done spring releases like that, so. Yeah, they did confirm you can play Switch 1 games on the Switch 2, and then everything, just like the Wii U to the Wii, it will be backwards compatible. There's only going to be certain games that don't work, like your Ring Fit Adventure, your, what is the Labo, Nintendo Labo. The ones that use the Joy-Con for the Switch 1 will not work on Switch 2 because they're different Joy-Con sizes. I forget what else they confirmed won't probably work, but I would assume a high majority of my games that I have will work on the Switch 2. But yeah, it's just the waiting game for that one to get the backwards compatibility. But I did get a better SD card that has more storage and all that type of stuff, thinking it was just my SD card that went bad, but it definitely was my reader. I have confirmed it. And like I said, if I go through Nintendo, it's like $170 repair, and if I go through like one of these like Switch repair shops, it's like just shy of $60, and I'm like, I mean, that's a game cost, as much as that doesn't sound like end of the world. Really, ultimately, this is the main game I've been streaming anyway. I think, barring other than like a random Mario game or something like that that I would want to play down the road, I'm fine. And now that we have the Switch 2 confirmed, it's kind of like, well, just wait it out. And again, hypothetically, there's these magic things on the computer that, still let me play it without having the console accessible. Just my computer is a very old, it's a 10-plus-year-old computer, so it doesn't run those type of things very well. It barely runs the 3DS. It lasts for like an hour, and then it starts slowing down. But I make it work. I make it all work. But yeah, right now we're playing 3 Pokemon games at the same time. So we've gotten like where we've can expedite our Pokemon streaming again, because we have this one going on, we have Pokemon Y going on, and we have Pokemon Alpha Sapphire going on at the same time. So we should be knocking them out pretty quick. This is going to be the one that I'm currently streaming is going to be the longest one. I guarantee it. What do you have? Out of curiosity, I have looked on like Amazon and stuff like that for like those just generic like basically what your gaming set type PCs or ones that have decent speeds and all that comparatively to mine. I mean, probably anything's gonna be better than mine, seeing it doesn't run much. I mean, it runs things that I need to decently, but I'm sure I have limitations. But I've looked into, I forget the brand, but I've looked into gaming PCs before, and it wasn't like they're end of the world pricing, but it just, it's just still one I have to save up for, if that makes sense. I've not heard of that one personally. I'll have to look it up. Put that in my notes to look up. There's $1,000 at Best Buy, and I do have things hooked through Best Buy that I can do like a pay over time thing with things like that, and that's what I was ultimately thinking about doing. I mean, again, I could always do credit cards, but I don't really like doing that. Just because of the interest fees. But I do have other ones that don't have interest fees that let me pay over time that might, you know, be a logical thing if it's at Best Buy. Because a lot of the ones like I said, I've seen are through only Amazon. And I do have a Best Buy that's about less than, I mean, it's about somewhere between 15-20 minutes away from me, so it's not horribly distanced. Get check that when I get paid on Thursday. Be like, hey, I'm gonna go check this out. Like I said, there's just a few things that could run a little bit better. But ultimately, it does everything I want to fine. It just could be better, if that makes sense. Like when we play 3DS games, I can technically run it on speed up for about 30 to 40 minutes. And then it starts slowing itself down drastically to where it's running at maybe at best 50% speed of the game. And it's kind of like, ooh, that's kind of slow, you know? So it's like, well, I have to kind of favor a 30 to 40 minute episode, or just, you know, if I do longer than that, then they have to, you know, hope it's okay because it's going to be chugging. And I have not tested things like Wii games or games. I have the stuff to do them, but I just never tested them. I just know for sure DS and Game Boy work awesomely. And like I said, with capture cards, I can do things like this, luckily, but... And I could use my phone for my I do own a 3DS, but... It's just, you know, it just doesn't look as good as directly capturing it to your computer. You see the lights in the background flying off of it, you know, just... Not the best quality, even if it was like to be 4K versus 1080p. It's just you're gonna see more stuff. Pikachu! At least into the first wave. But yeah, the PC I'm currently using doesn't even have Wi-Fi or anything like that. I had to hook it up through an Ethernet cable to get internet. So it's a bit rough. Plus, I just got a warning on my stream thing, so. How many dropped frames? Oh, I got a warning. No, it's YouTube decided. Oh, yeah, YouTube. It's not to be doing that. See, that's the other thing. It's like, I suppose I have like 1,000 megabits per second, and then it gives me issues like this, even though I'm directly hooked up to my Wi-Fi thing. Dang, that's really good. Yeah, mine struggles. And I know there is other things using my Wi-Fi right now. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I have cameras on my daughter's rooms that lets me see what's going on with them if they were to have any troubles in the night to be able to help them and stuff like that. There's your smart devices, whatever else, phones. I'm sure that are connected to the Wi-Fi. I mean, they're not being used, but I'm sure it's still background eats up some of my speeds, but it shouldn't affect it this much, if that makes sense. And I feel like every time my PC upgrades and stuff like that, it slows it down for some reason. I've tried running through a lot of the settings to fix that, but obviously I only know my brain's only can process so much. Yeah, I definitely will check that out. Just because I am in need of one, and I just, I've been running this one for, oh gosh, I mean, when did I switch to this PC? And yes, I am aware that the stream is laggy. YouTube is warning me that my stream isn't connecting completely. And like I said, that's, I think, just something with it. Again, my computer being old, sadly. I could try to lower the quality down. That'd be probably the only thing I could do, but I don't know if I can do that while I'm live. Let me see if I can. Hang on, let me do a little pause. Probably doesn't help that I have, like, background music, 15 things using the Wi-Fi right now. Yeah, I'm just saying it's running in slow motion is pretty much all it's telling me. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm sure there's things in the settings I just don't know if I want to lower it back down to basically 720. I know it's not much difference between 1080p and 720, but I don't know if people care that much between that amount of quality. But I've already downgraded so much. I'm trying to find a good middle ground between everything, and my computer's still like, here's another thing you have to figure out. Pikachu, where are you? Where is my Pikachu? There he is. See, this is what also stops me from like those longer streams, is because like things like this gives me the lags and stuff like that. Because ultimately, I'm like, oh yeah, I would love to stream for, say, I don't know, insert any time over an hour here. But it's only letting go that, well, with a thing that would be like a Game Boy game, something older-ish generations that doesn't use a lot of internet. Or I can, I don't know, just record. But then, I don't know, I guess I like to have interactions, but it's that game of like, what's the right choice? And ultimately, how I've always viewed this YouTube channel, and obviously I do want to make decent looking content, but it's how I've always viewed this. I'm like, I'm going to be playing this either way, whether I was live streaming this or not. Maybe not to this exact degree, but, still be doing weird challenges or whatever else. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to do this anyway, why not just live stream it? And maybe I'll give someone some background noise. Maybe I'll give someone a venting session. Maybe give someone, something to help boost their day somehow, some way. Whatever I be, like I said, need someone to vent something out there for them, and they need to get their mind off of it, we can do that too. However it be, that'd be awesome if it helps just one person out there in the world. That's ultimately huge to us. So our saying has always been, whether we have one person watching, nobody watching, or we ever got a crazy amount of people watching, ultimately our mission is always just like, well, you know what, even if we're just throwing on as you're doing your dishes, or, whatever, if we're making somebody, maybe get a smile, maybe help them throughout their day, whatever it may be, that'd be awesome for us. Actually, can I go on my phone and see how, like, laggy this is, out of curiosity? Let's see here. I think they go to my old account, or else it's gonna bug. That's my last stream. I need my current stream, please. I am talking. Man, the stream's actually far behind. I'm looking at it on my phone now. I didn't realize how far behind it is. Okay. I see what it's doing now. Alright, well, Joe, you have a great night. I will put you on our nickname list. I'm gonna go ahead and save for now because I don't think this is gonna work. Have a great night. Hopefully you sleep well and everything, and we'll see you guys in the next stream because, like I said, I don't think this is ultimately gonna work. I'm watching it back and I'm not liking what I'm seeing. And this is problematic. But yeah, hopefully you have a great night, Joey. Thank you for joining me and everything like that. But we're gonna wrap it up here. Hopefully we have no issues wrapping it up.